Domagick Challenge. Day 4. So yesterday, man, I was doing this work. Hardcore Lucifer work. It got real. I actually had a medium participate just because they wanted to participate. And yeah, it became rough. I had a good hour conversation with the sorceress I'm doing work for. There was a lot of insights. There was a lot of resistance. Fun times. So to recap on day 4, this work, it's pretty simple. I have 3 mirrors set up to amplify the light. It's basically a fire magic ritual on the point of Lucifer, but it's really light, amplifying the light, inner light of the person so they can figure out the illuminated pathways to great success. And like I said, instant results, great focus, and a lot of insights as we were talking about it today. So the magic actually is working very, very well. If you watch the video, which is going to come after the fact, the basic ritual is pretty simple. Like I said, there's 3 mirrors facing each other and a mirror on the base of the table that I'm working with. There's a candle with the seal of Lucifer on it, and then I have a picture of the sorceress. I'll include, when I get around to editing these videos, I'll include a picture of the altar without the person's picture on it. And you can kind of see I'm using techniques from the fire magic book that I'm working on to first connect with Lucifer as light and use the fire to attune that fire to Lucifer. And then further, like I'm using candle to boost the person's energy, to put the energy into the person to create the changes. So I'm not trying to rely on their energies. I'm actually adding energy into the person I'm doing the work for to actually create the insights. So it's not a subtractive work, it's an additive work to create the changes necessary in the person. But like I said, there was resistance, and I felt like there was an extra spirit actually trying to cause problems for the person. So I quickly did a shamanic throwdown. I went and grabbed the spirit and beat it up. Yeah, I know people will say, Andrea, you can't do that, but you can if you're a shaman. You know, it's possible. I just grabbed it, beat it up, dissolved it with another spirit, and then kind of used the curse work, fed it back into a loop through the fire again to give the person I'm doing the work for extra energy and extra focus, and kind of modulated the speed at which the energy would go back to the person from the other person's curse work. So it's a keto, magical keto, basically completely redirecting the force of an attack to create confusion into creating order and creating clear-headedness and creating physical body energy and creative energy. So you can basically, if you think about it, it's just an information state model where you can change one information of a spell to a different, just because information and energy can always be changed. You can always change things around if you know how, and if you can get a good handle on a spell or spiritual attack from a spirit or a set of spells, you can grab it and use fire magic. And I'm going to cover this in my next book, Fire Magic. There's the preview of how to actually take a spell. You have to get good at mediumship, of a type of mediumship, and good at a type of energy work, not exactly classical energy work. And then you grab it and you can kind of force it into the flame, which in classical alchemy is compressing it and transferring it and changing its form, and then put a new intention into it. So this is a kind of advanced technique. It'll be in the fire magic book, but I did that for this person. Just they didn't ask. I just like being thorough when I do work for clients or friends. I just saw there was an issue that would prevent the full expression of the golden path that we're talking about of success, and I was just not going to have it. So I took care of it. And you can really kind of go far. There's only 2 candles, but I know there's some rituals that have like 20 candles, but you can't focus on all those. So you can really go far with just 1 candle. And the mirror trick is actually trying to amplify this so the person can see their inner light reflected back to them in the world and ignore all the noise that the world presents to know what is actually the best outcome for them. Like, what is the best steps? Oftentimes in magic, people think, let's do this magic, it's gonna crush reality. But really, the most powerful magic is to know where to step, or what steps to take, or what exactly to do that it's gonna have a huge outcome that you're just inspired to do. That's actually sometimes more powerful magic than even more forceful reality alterations, because you just know where to step and you're just efficiently making the right moves to great success. That's powerful. That's what this Lucifer work is kind of producing so far. We're coming out of a worse kind of valley for the person than I would have initially thought. I didn't think it was as bad. After the conversation today, I realized I've already had miraculous results with the person. I'm very happy with the results. I'm very thankful to Lucifer for those results, and it's amazing, amazing, amazing upward transformation from not being able to do any work on the projects they want to being in the game, ready to go, boom. And that's the transformation this person has had, and that's clearly, I'm not done with the work for that person. I've got 3 more days of the work, so I'm coming off of day 4, so I'm going to be going into day 5 today. And I actually now have my selfie stick, so that's why it's not shaking so much like the other videos. And I'll see if I'm I still like using the black and white. I think the black and white is classic. But I'll give you more information on the Lucifer work. I haven't been able to channel a unique N. It was kind of interesting yesterday. I was working with my student and friend, Zach Louis, but as a medium, but Lucifer wouldn't reveal the N. There was clear that there will be a new N, and that's a demonic mantra. I know people would disagree on demonology type of circles that it's just a mantra, but it is just kind of a demonic mantra with the same purpose as a Hindu mantra and other Buddhist mantras. It just means something else. It's channeled material that most people use. And Lucifer was clear at the start of the work that I was doing that I would get in my own personal end, because we have had a long pact that I can decide to share with students or not, but he would not reveal it when the medium was there, so I have to do the work alone, and I probably have to get to 7 days before he'll reveal it, because then the spiritual debt that is being paid off through this work, actually, it's work for me then, and then he can reveal it. I bet that's how it's going to work. But again, amazing results on day 4, going into day 5 ritual. I'm very pleased with the results. Phenomenal transformations. Kind of brutal ritual yesterday. You know, today I'm kind of like, I don't really want to do this. I just, you know, you keep doing these hardcore rituals every day. It's kind of like, I don't want to do it. But you keep going. And that's the name of the game with the Domagick Challenge. So I will keep going. I'll do it later today. With that, I hope everyone has a great night or morning whenever this gets released. I appreciate the time for watching. Check out my webpage, AndreaVenemus.com, or my Facebook page, Andrea Venemus. I am going to be starting to release more classes, and if you like some of the ideas that we're talking about here, Fire Magic book, I'm working on it.